For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a bit of a tutorial video on how to pack down your driveway awning. So this here I've got here is the Vango Keeler awning, probably one of the best selling awnings on the market. Certainly it's quick and easy with the inflatable, so I'll give you a bit of a principle on the best way to pack it down. This model, you can pretty much use this method for any model you like, being inflatable. It's all about managing the air in the method. A few notes to make sure that you sort of prep it ready. Leave all the extra doors open, just that way it allows air to certainly escape without having to worry about trapping in certain areas. So I've left the front door, side door, and then the attachment sort of middle door is sort of all partially left open, if not fully open, just to allow air to sort of fluctuate and get out of it really. So what I want to do first really is go around and just unpeg sort of the main guy ropes and tie them up. So we'll start with this sort of side over here. Naturally I always try and tie them up quite nice and easily, just so that way when you come to sort of pack it away and you've got anything else, it's not going to get tangled when you have guy ropes when you come to fold it in certain locations. So it's quite a nice simple way is just to tie them up, just keeps them at bay, not to worry about. I mean, there is a pitching video of myself putting this up, so you can always check that out if you've got any sort of questions or queries about how easy it does go up. It's, to be honest, pretty simple, and I've done it without sort of talking the whole time in about sort of 7-8 minutes. So like I said, one person putting it up on their own, that's quite incredibly fair. And certainly if you're going away touring sort of from place to place, it's a really great little thing to have, because it is the quick and ease of it really. So like I said, this sort of part necessarily takes probably a little bit more time, just because it's being a bit more sort of pedantic about it and making sure everything's all neat and tidy. But like I said, the more you take care of something like this, obviously the longer it will last, so it's never a bad thing. I'll leave the main straps just for the time being, that way it's still got a fair amount of sort of support against the wind. So I'll just do sort of the external ones for the time being. I mean, this awning, which is the Keeler, is probably one of our best-selling awnings we do, mainly because it just offers, you know, a lot of space. It's a good sort of price point and incredible sort of fabric, so the values tends to be pretty darn decent, to be fair. We do have an enormous amount of these up on display in our indoor showroom, so you're more than welcome, if you wanted to, you know, sort of see them in the flesh, come visit us here at Outwalls, and we can sort of talk you through things and measure your vehicles if need be. So, you know, like I said, no sort of stretches too far in a sense. So that's the last sort of main guy rope. What I'm going to do is now leave sort of the main 4 points pegged in. So sort of one, the front 2, and the back 2 close to the vehicle. That way it still pretty much stays rigid as it needs to be, without having sort of to worry about it too much. So it's still a fair amount of strength against sort of the wind. I'll just close that ventilation panel. Perfect. So what I'm going to now do is sort of deflate it from the back to sort of the front, because I've left both doors open, but really I'm going to try and control air and push out that front door. So if I slacken off the attachment part there, and then just open that valve up. Like I said, there's one extra beam just inside I will take out beforehand as well, actually. Better not forget that. So that can come out. So the pressure there comes out pretty quickly, to be fair, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. But yeah, on this particular one, Vango use their sort of own airspeed valves. With the Kampas, you got sort of the Buxton valves, so it's nice and simple and easy to use. So that's those 2 pegs, and we'll again tie these up as well, just to make sure, like I said, it's all neat and tidy at the end of the day when you come to pitch it again. Like I said, it is a bit more time consuming, but it depends obviously how thorough and caring you want to be with your awning. Perfect. And last but not least, in fact, doing this is not a bad idea because it leaves a bit of time for the air to escape. I mean, initially when you take sort of, regardless of model, when you undo the valve, all the pressured air comes out pretty much immediately. But using this folding method I'm about to show you guys, you can sort of easily get the excess air out. But it's all about sort of air control, managing it really. So, what I'll do now is just probably unpeg the sort of 4 main corners now, because it's all ready to come down. Out they come. And what we do is we'll just wind it down, take it off the fixing kit. So yeah, comes easily off the fixing kit. Set the fixing kit out. Perfect. And we'll wind it back in. So what I tend to do now is sort of fold it in a position where the air is, again, is not being trapped in any way. So by leaving sort of the front door open, you can see it's not going to escape out that front door, but it's also then going to escape out the back door, which I left open. So if we pull that nice and straight, and then flip that over nice and neatly. So we're going to create basically a rectangle, which is just where the ground sheet's sewn in, just because that's really going to be our sort of template. So because the valve's actually located on that side, I've left them open for being, we're going to fold it in about a bag-shaped width from this side over, over and over. What that's doing is pushing the air out the valves, and you're going to just managing that air. And then finally we'll roll it from, say, the back to the front, just so it's going to be pushed out that front door, which we left open as well. So about a bag-shaped width over. Well, each time you sort of give it a bit of a fold, what you want to do is just press down on it just to help squeeze that excess air out. There we go again. I mean, another good way of measuring it is by getting the pump out and just double checking, put the pump down next to it and see how wide it goes. You can sort of get an idea for how much air is still left inside of it. So, just make that nice and neat. So saying either way you can sort of roll it from back to front, doesn't really make a difference because we've obviously already taken that, both doors are now open. So what I'll probably do, we'll go from that way to that way I think. In fact what I'll chuck them down as well, we've got the little ties, fling them underneath already, then it will automatically sit on side of where you need to tie it up. Easily done. You want to sort of push, sort of keep your weight over the top and just gradually get that involved and make sure it's nice and straight. I mean, the bag they give you is quite forgiving, to be fair. You can still roll it up with the pump inside of it and not have to worry about it too much. Perfect, so tie that off. And then we'll just thread it in. Perfect. So you've still got quite a bit of room in there as well, so I can still chuck in the brace the beam. And any pegs can go in there as well, it's not an issue. So roll that in. Go on top for the time being. And you've still got some compression straps there as well, just to sort of take it in a bit. But yeah, that's it really. Back in the bag, like I said, plenty of room to spare. Like I said, that sort of method can be used with any sort of driveway awning, but if you do have any sort of questions or queries about this product or about any other methods, let us know by commenting in the box below, or alternatively you can always contact us here at Attwoolls. But in essence, that is the best way to pack up a driveway awning.